Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Jerry and I'm hailing you from the Antares shipyard, and today we're doing another re-review of Wave 22. This is going to be on the U.S.S. Valiant, probably from one of my favorites Deep Space Nine episodes out there. Um, kind of really like the concept of that whole episode. So without further ado, let's get into it. We've got the U.S.S. Valiant here, which is a Defiant class 3234. When attacking with the photon torpedoes during the roll attack dice step, you may discard the photon torpedoes upgrade to gain one additional attack dice. Not really a big fan of the ability itself. I get where they're kind of going with it, but I feel like there's something a little more they could have done thematically. Maybe like if you had a scan token, gain +1 attack dice when firing photon or quantum torpedoes. Something like that. That would have been a little bit more thematic to the episode for the Valiant instead of just getting rid of your photon torpedoes. You got your standard Federation action bar. You got a tech weapon triple crew upgrade here. This comes in at 24 points, which is, by today's standards, expensive for the ship. So, the U.S.S. Sao Paulo, which came in, I believe it was to boldly go, costs 20. Yeah, 20 SP. So I think the Valiant should be pulled down to 20 SP as well, along with the ability, the named ability being redone a little bit, just to make it more thematic to fit the episode. And then we've got a Defiant class maneuver dial here. Again, not a bad maneuver dial for the ship it is. It's got those nice turns. It's got a come about of 3, one of the few Federation ships that doesn't have a reverse but has the come about instead. You've got a forward 90 and a rear 90 firing arc, so that is good too. And then you've got your generic, which is going to be 3233, so you lose a shield, and we're losing 2 crew slots here, but gaining a weapon slot. Again, thanks to Boldly Go, the Defiant classes got a recost down to 15 points. So the generics are all 15, but I still think the name needs to come down as well. So the captain in this pack is the Red Squad leader himself, Captain Tim Waters. Add 1 crew upgrade slot to your upgrade bar. Thematic because he added Nog to his crew. Action, remove all disabled upgrade tokens from all of your crew upgrades. Okay, that's something I can get behind. He's skill 4, elite talent, cost of 3. I think he fits exactly what he's supposed to do. I think in the world of this episode, Tim Waters fits. I don't have a disagreement about his captain skill level. Probably could have been lower, but I think 4 is fine. Coming in at skill or cost of 3, again, completely fine. Generic Federation captain. And then we've got a very interesting elite talent that comes with this called Red Squad. At the start of the game, place a number of tokens, either evade, scan, or battle station, on this card equal to the number of Federation crew upgrades assigned to your ship, 4 max. During the activation phase, before performing your action, you may remove 1 token from on top of this card and place it beside your ship. This upgrade may only be purchased for a Federation captain assigned to a Federation ship. So, definitely, the wording can be cleaned up here, especially with the new symbols and stuff that they're using today. So what I would like, I really like this elite talent here. So you get a maximum of 4 tokens on top of this token. And I believe Tim Waters gives you, so the Valiant gives you 3 spaces, Tim Waters gives you the 4th. So that's why I like the synergy with Red Squad in this pack. You're already getting 4 there, and it's not hard to get 4 crew slots on other Federation ships. So if you want to stick this on a different Federation captain, you absolutely could. But also, this is something that allows you to add a token next to your ship without using it as an action. So this is one of those passive things. If you want to stick the new Federation photon torpedoes on the Valiant and you need that battle stations token to convert all of those battle station results, Red Squad's going to give it to you. You can at least use it 4 times. And it doesn't say that you have to put 2 of this token, 2 of that token. You get to pick how many of what token goes on there. So you can do a mix, 2 evades, one scan, one battle station, or you can just put 4 battle stations on there. I think this card is one of those that I really like. It is awfully wordy, but it does what it does so well, and it encapsulates kind of the theme of the episode of Red Squad being the best of the best. Cost of 5, I think is perfectly fine. You're getting 4 tokens, and it's not an action, it's not a discard, it's not a disable. It's a passive thing that you do. So I think coming in at a cost of 5 for this elite talent is perfectly fine. I think Red Squad is as close to, well, I don't want to say perfect, but as close to a good thematic card as this pack's going to get. We got photon torpedoes here. Attack. These are the old photon torpedoes, by the way. Attack, target lock. Spend your target lock and place 3 time tokens. So this is the time token version on this card to perform this attack. You may convert one of your battle station results into 1 critical hit result. You may fire this weapon for your forward or rear firing arcs. Again, these photon torpedoes have been completely taken out of the game at this point, just with the new 2-point disable and time token Federation photon torpedo cards that just are a little bit better. They're not a little bit, they're a lot better. First crew we get is Riley Aldrin Shepard. Not the first time he was in Deep Space Nine, by the way. He was in the episode where Leighton was trying to take over Earth and kind of do a coup with Starfleet. Riley Aldrin Shepard is the Red Squad member that Cisco and Odo pulled into his office and interrogated. Action. Disable this card to perform an additional green maneuver with a speed of 1. Your ship cannot be target locked this round. If there's already a target locked ship on your ship, remove it. So, cost of 5. He's probably expensive for what he does. I do like that he's an action disable that works with Tim Waters. And normally I wouldn't say that, but he's a crew that action disables, and Tim Waters is going to fix him up. You get an additional maneuver, and then your ship can't be target locked. So we do have cards in the game now that do this a little bit better, and they are newer. So I think Shepard could probably use a small rework and then recosting. I still like the fact that he can't be target locked. I think that still works. So you could make it so that he can do his extra 1 speed, and then make sure that nobody can target lock, or you remove a target lock after you do it. So definitely a rework is needed for him. Lower the cost down here, and then you might have a pretty good version of Shepard. Okay, now we've got Nog. Just a very quick member of Red Squad. Action: disable this card to repair 1 damage to your hull or shields, or if you execute a red maneuver, you may disable this card after skipping your perform action step to remove 1 auxiliary power token from beside your ship. I don't think that this Nog is very thematic with the episode, so I kind of wish he'd get reworked. Definitely something to do with the engines, as in the episode he kind of came on board. They were having issues with being able to travel above Warp 3 because the engine core is too powerful, and they got stuck behind enemy lines before they realized how to fix that. Of course, Nog knows how to fix it because he's on the Defiant, and they're the ones who found the fix. So, I think something to do with auxiliary power tokens is probably the correct move here, but don't make him an action disable for that. You can make him a disable for it, just don't make it an action. Lower his cost, so just a complete rework of Nog, and by far, Nog being one of the better characters in Deep Space Nine probably deserves a better rework. Then we've got the Red Squad first officer, Karen Ferris. When targeting an opposing ship with a photon or quantum torpedo secondary weapon, you may disable this card instead of spending your target lock. Okay, perfectly fine. I am perfectly okay with that. It is kind of thematic because she is the one who did the target lock on the struts on the Dominion battleship. Cost of 4. She could probably get pulled down to a 3, but I do like that she is a passive disable, so you don't have to spend your action to disable her. And again, she works well with Tim Waters. And then we've got Chief Petty Officer Dorian Collins. If your ship suffers damage to its hull, you may immediately disable this card to repair one shield. Cost of 2. I don't know if I like this ability. I'm okay with the costing, first off, but I don't believe her ability is very thematic to the episode. Kind of her role in the episode was kind of in sickbay, so she's kind of the CMO acting. So it would make sense to me if she did something with crew. Um, at the time, the time tokens were kind of new when this pack came out, so she could do something with crew and time tokens now. Maybe one less time token on a crew or something, or remove a time token, something. But I feel that Dorian Collins could get reworked. So overall, the Valiant is one of my favorite episodes. I believe that this pack here is ripe for some reworks. Red Squad is great. Tim Waters is good for what he does. If you find it, again, it's probably worth picking up. But I believe that this is one of those packs that's just ripe for to be redone. I think it deserves it. So this is a expansion release. So let's pull up the mission here. Grab the mission viewer. All right, we've got the Battle of El Gateric. Number of players is 2. The special components you need is a planet token and 10 mission tokens. So, mission overview. At the beginning of the Dominion War, the U.S.S. Valiant finds itself behind enemy lines and encounters a Cardassian ship near the Algateric region. In the battle, both ships are damaged and lose main power. Adrift in space, it is a race against the clock by both ships to attempt to restore power. Whichever ship manages to do this first will gain a decisive advantage. Dominion player. 40 SP, including one and only one Dominion ship. Federation player, 40 SP, including one and only one Defiant class ship, which must be the U.S.S. Valiant. Now, if you want this to be thematic, you can just make the Dominion ship a Galler class ship. That is what they fought against in the episode. Map setup. Place the planet token directly in the center of the play area. Players then set up as in a standard 2-player game. Place the 5 mission tokens in 2 stacks besides each ship card, with a stack of 2 on its left side and a stack of 3 on its right side of each card. Special rules. Main power and weapons. At the start of the game, both ships are considered to be without main power and weapons. The stack of mission tokens to your left of each ship card represents the time it'll take to restore main power. While there are any mission tokens in the stack, the ship cannot perform any maneuver with a speed greater than 1. This includes any additional maneuvers gained from actions or text abilities. The stack of mission tokens to the right of your ship card represents the time it will take to restore the ship's weapons. While there are any mission tokens in the stack, the ship can only perform attacks with its primary weapon as if it had a primary weapon value of 1, and cannot perform any attacks with secondary weapons. So during the activation phase, a ship may use one of the following actions. Action: remove 1 mission token from either side of your card, or inflict 4 damage to your ship's hull or shields to remove 2 mission tokens from a stack on either side of your ship card. Once the main power is restored, for example, there are no mission tokens left in the stack to the left of your ship card, that ship may move as normal. Once the ship's weapons are restored, for example, there are no more mission tokens left in the stack to the right of the ship card, that ship may attack as normal. Objectives. Federation player. If you destroy the Dominion ship's player, you win if you destroy the Dominion ship's player's ship. Dominion player. You win if you destroy the Federation player's ship. And of course, here are the mission cards right here. Just copies of them. You can see the setup here. Very fun mission. I have played this one. It is very intense, and you kind of have to pay attention to what your opponent is doing. That way you're not kind of caught off guard too. But very, very fun mission nonetheless. So, overall, I think this pack is okay. Definitely, like I said, is ripe for a rework, and can be revisited in the future. So, with all that said, thank you for watching, and we'll see you around the shipyard.